90-Day Fiancé star Big Ed Brown doesn't seem ready to slow down yet. He is even planning to get hitched after his series of failed relationships. The TLC star surprised fans by sharing the list of things he has been looking for in his ideal woman. However, fans are more surprised to learn about Ed's potential marriage plans. He has even planned everything out and shared the list of requirements. The reality TV star is already popular for his long list of failed relationships. Big Ed ditched Liz Wood at the last moment before their wedding, and their dramatic journey was featured on the show. But he hasn't really given up on the idea of a wedding yet. Is he actually getting married? What is Ed looking for in his new woman? Big Ed Brown announced his exit from 90-Day Fiancé last year. He revealed that his contract has expired and he may never appear on the screens again. But the reality TV star shocked everyone after his appearance on the Tell-All and Pillow Talk episodes. Big was flirting with the singles on the Hunt for Love reunion. He also shared a clip of himself shaking his booty with his co-star Vanya on Instagram. The TLC star sparked rumors of dating Vanya. However, Ed and the latter were just having fun and stirring rumors. He has been quite busy promoting his new wine brand lately. The reality TV star has been hanging out with many single women during the launch of his wine brand. Well, Ed might be thinking about getting back into the dating game. Big Ed Brown isn't really done looking for love again. He might be ready to explore the dating world again after his breakup with Liz Wood. The 90-Day Fiancé star has been quite busy promoting his new business. However, Big Ed decided to talk about the list of things he has been looking for in his next girlfriend. Big Ed Brown may have claimed that his journey with 90-Day Fiancé was coming to an end. But if there is one thing fans have learned over the years, it is that Ed never truly disappears from the spotlight for long. Just when viewers thought he was ready to step back and live a quieter life, the controversial TLC star once again found a way to stir conversations, spark speculation, and place himself right back in the center of the dating drama. This time, however, it wasn't another on-screen argument or explosive breakup. Instead, it was a surprisingly detailed look into what he claims to want next, his so-called ideal woman, and his carefully teased plans for marriage. After a long list of public breakups and emotionally charged relationships, many fans assumed Big Ed would finally pump the brakes on his love life. But according to Ed himself, slowing down was never really part of his plan. If anything, he seems more determined than ever to prove that he can still find the one, even if it means starting from scratch yet again. His recent comments, social media activity, and public appearances suggest that Ed doesn't see his past failures as signs to stop dating. Rather, he sees them as lessons learned, experiences that have supposedly shaped what he now wants in a future partner. When Big Ed openly shared a new list of requirements for his next girlfriend, reactions were swift and intense. Some fans laughed, others rolled their eyes, and a significant portion of the 90-Day Fiancé fandom immediately flooded social media with criticism, calling his expectations unrealistic, hypocritical, or even delusional. Still, Ed seemed completely unfazed by the backlash. In his mind, this list wasn't about controlling anyone. It was about knowing his worth and finally setting boundaries after years of turbulent relationships. According to Ed, loyalty sits at the very top of his list. After being cheated on in his early marriage and experiencing trust issues in several subsequent relationships, he claims faithfulness is no longer negotiable. He insists that his next partner must be emotionally and physically committed, someone who is not interested in clout, attention, or secret conversations with exes. Fans, however, quickly pointed out the irony, given Ed's own history of flirting, boundary-pushing behavior, and questionable communication choices while in relationships. Beyond loyalty, Ed also emphasized kindness and patience, qualities he says he needs at this stage of his life. He admitted that he can be difficult, stubborn, and emotionally sensitive, and he claims he wants a woman who understands that side of him rather than judging it. While some viewers appreciated this level of self-awareness, others weren't convinced. Many felt Ed was once again painting himself as misunderstood while ignoring the emotional toll his past behavior has had on his partners. Another requirement on Ed's list that raised eyebrows was his emphasis on emotional maturity. He stated that he wants someone who can handle conflict without blowing things out of proportion and who won't publicly shame or attack him during disagreements. Naturally, this comment reminded fans of the explosive arguments between Ed and his most recent ex, Liz Wood. Their relationship was filled with breakups, reconciliations, and public emotional breakdowns that played out both on the show and online. Critics argued that Ed's description conveniently shifted blame away from himself while rewriting the narrative of what actually went wrong. Despite the skepticism, Ed appeared sincere when he talked about wanting marriage again. He revealed that, in his mind, he has already envisioned what his future wedding would look like, from the size of the ceremony to the atmosphere and even the emotional tone of the day. He admitted that walking away from his planned wedding with Liz was devastating and embarrassing, not just personally, but publicly. That experience, according to Ed, forced him to reflect deeply on whether he truly wanted marriage or simply the idea of it. In a surprising moment of honesty, Ed confessed that he may have rushed into previous relationships because he feared being alone. Fame, he admitted, amplified that fear. With millions of people watching and judging his every move, the pressure to appear successful in love may have pushed him toward unhealthy choices. Now he claims he's taking a different approach, although fans aren't entirely convinced that his actions align with his words. His appearance at the Hunt for Love reunion only added fuel to the fire. While Ed insisted he was done with the franchise, his flirtatious behavior toward fellow cast members told a different story. From playful comments to suggestive jokes, Ed once again leaned into the persona that made him both popular and polarizing. When he shared a video of himself dancing with Vanya and shaking his booty on Instagram, dating rumors exploded almost instantly. Comments poured in, speculating whether Ed had already moved on or was simply enjoying the attention. Ed later dismissed those rumors, stating that his interactions with Vanya were lighthearted and friendly. According to him, he wasn't dating anyone seriously at the time. Still, fans weren't fully buying it. To many viewers, the behavior seemed inconsistent with someone who claimed to be reflecting, growing, and carefully searching for a future wife. Instead, it felt like the same old Big Ed, chasing validation, enjoying the spotlight, and keeping his name trending. At the same time, Ed has been heavily focused on promoting his new wine brand, a business venture he appears genuinely proud of. He has attended numerous events, tastings, and launches, often surrounded by groups of single women. While Ed insists his primary goal is business success, the optics have once again sparked dating speculation. Some fans believe these events have become a new playground for him, a way to meet potential partners while maintaining plausible deniability. Interestingly, Ed has claimed that his business initiatives have changed his perspective on relationships. He says being an entrepreneur has forced him to prioritize responsibility, structure, and long-term planning, qualities he now wants to bring into his love life as well. Whether this marks genuine growth or simply another evolution of his public image remains a topic of debate. Big Ed's relationship with Liz Wood continues to loom large over his current storyline. Their breakup left deep scars, not just for them, but for viewers who watched their roller coaster romance unfold on screen. Many fans still feel protective of Liz and express concern whenever Ed talks about moving on. Critics argue that before seeking another relationship, Ed should take accountability for the emotional harm caused during his last one. Yet Ed insists he has learned from that chapter. He claims he is in therapy, reflecting on his communication style, and trying to understand how his insecurities have shaped his behavior. He has acknowledged that his fear of abandonment often manifests as control or defensiveness, and he says he is actively working to unlearn those patterns. While some fans appreciate this transparency, others remain wary, citing previous moments where Ed promised growth only to repeat the same mistakes. As the conversation around his ideal woman continues, one thing is clear: Big Ed is not fading quietly into the background. Whether fans love him or loathe him, they still watch, comment, and react. His ability to generate discussion remains one of his strongest traits, even if that attention comes with intense criticism. In many ways, Ed understands this dynamic better than most. He knows controversy keeps him relevant, and relevance keeps opportunities alive. The bigger question, however, is whether Ed truly wants a partnership built on mutual respect and emotional balance, or whether he is still chasing a fantasy that no real person can live up to. His lengthy list of expectations, combined with his very public flaws, has led many to question if he is setting himself up for yet another disappointment. For now, Ed appears confident that the right woman is out there, someone who matches his vision and can walk beside him into marriage without repeating the chaos of his past relationships. Whether that confidence is justified remains to be seen. Until then, fans will continue to analyze every post, every appearance, and every flirtatious moment, searching for clues about who might become the next chapter in Big Ed Brown's complicated love story. One thing is certain: when it comes to Big Ed, the hunt for love is never quiet, never simple, and never free from controversy. And as long as he keeps teasing marriage plans and redefining his idea of an ideal woman, the 90-Day Fiancé fandom will be watching, closer than ever.